Hey, good morning from Minnesota. This is Tim, and this is another episode of Creating Your Beautiful Life. So, the topic of avoiding debt is something near and dear to my heart, and that's based on some past experiences I've had in a former life. And I'm going to tell about that story in just a little bit, but I do want to address the elephant in the room as credit card. Credit card spending on a national level is just way out of control. We're financing way more than what we make, and so we're living way beyond our means. We are currently, again, as a country, $1 trillion in debt. So just to give you an example of what that looks like maybe in your household, is if you spend $10,000 in a month, 20% interest rate on your card, that's $2,000. Divide that by 12. So that's $170 just that month in interest charges. So that adds up over time as long as you don't pay off the balance in full. So that's a problem. So again, my recommendation, strong recommendation, is if you use a credit card, pay it off. And if you can't pay it off, don't use it. Save up for your next purchase or research, I guess, what's a want versus a need. And again, if you and your spouse or your partner are not on the same page with this thinking, you're going to be in big trouble. So that's where my story comes in. I was married before, and my wife had depression issues, and she had her own credit card, which I was aware of, but she didn't share with me any of the statements. It wasn't linked into our bank account or anything like that. I think just from time to time, I'd make sure that she said she was paying it off in full, which she said she was. And, so I kind of left it at that and was trying to just help her with her issues that she was facing with mental health. But probably it was just a year's worth of time. And you think again, well, couldn't you see the things coming in the house that she was buying? It was more collectibles, small things that I had no idea, really what the value were. Maybe a couple big things here and there. There's probably some gifts to people that I never did see. But when she finally revealed how much debt she had amassed on her credit card, it was $70,000. And so that just floored me. And again, the interest rate and charges on that is just huge. So what I ended up having to do is taking out two different 401k loans just to pay that off. And, that's also a sin, a no-no, never to take out a 401k loan for other reasons, which I'll go into maybe in a future episode. But yeah, just make sure you and your partner, your spouse are on the same page. You're well aware of what the other is spending. Set some spending limits. Obviously, you want to have money that you can spend on your own without checking in with the other. Set that limit. But yeah, when you go over that limit, you absolutely have to be talking with the other person. So you'd want to be on the same page with your finances, or you're going to have some marriage difficulties in the future. So that's kind of credit cards. The other big thing where people spend money and amass debt is car loans. So again, if you can save up money ahead of time to buy a car, I realize that's difficult for a lot of us. If you can, avoid buying new, because the second you buy it, drive it off the parking lot, it's going to lose a lot of its value. So the best thing I found is, wait for 3 years. There's 3-year leases on cars. Wait till those cars come off their leases. You can buy it at a reasonable price. It's still a lot of things are under warranty. And if you're kind of in the whole need to have a car every so often, drive that car until, usually you get it about 36,000 miles. You can drive it until it almost gets about 100,000 miles. That's when it still has a lot of its value left, and it's not hitting some of those bigger maintenance bills that you're going to see. So sell it and just do the same thing. So kind of rinse and repeat. And maybe you don't need a car. Maybe look at your situation. If you live in a situation where, Uber or Lyft or option, or even a bicycle, with the new e-bikes, those are even a cheaper alternative. And so, yeah, so that's car loans are the next big thing. And then just other, maybe you have furniture, there's store credit, things like that they tempt you with. But yeah, try to save ahead of time, make large down payments, or make 100% of the payment, up front. That's my recommendation. And again, patience is a virtue. We don't always need everything right now. You need to have some patience with some things. And, everybody wants their parents' lifestyle right away when they're in their 20s. And that's hard to do given, unless you have a really good job, but that's hard to do given most people's circumstances. So, with that, I'm going to call it a wrap. This is a great episode to review it with your partner. Make sure you're on the same page. We had a budgeting episode. You can go through that one again. But again, if you're watching this on TikTok, make sure to follow and like. Leave us comments. YouTube, same thing. You can subscribe to our page. And the blog has all the written material on it. So again, I invite you to go to the blog, and if you want, there's a way to sign up and have this delivered directly into your email. So with that, I wish you a good day and good health.